There we go. Check, check. Okay, I'm on. On. Okay. Live streaming. I need to share this on Facebook. And they're off. Oh, wrong button. Oh man, here we go. And of course, not very colorful in the beginning. I am busy watching. This is the Bees, CVR, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. And we are following the Bees around the London Classic course. And let's get up towards here with Mark Min and all these Russ Schumacher. Here we go. Who are jumping off the front. 6.2 watts to the kilogram. 400 to 500 watts right now. Frechette is back this week. He skipped last week, it looked like. I didn't see him in the mix with us. And Mark Min, who is leading the points right now because of that, is hanging right up there in the top 20. We already have a break, it looks like. Off about 33 guys in the first group. And excuse me while I am jumping back and forth trying to get Facebook up so I can put this out there. Kind of got started late. So I want to share this by YouTube. This is the CVR Awards. Zone G. Alright, so now we're doing that, and we need to go ahead. And I'm watching this, so there's that. Let's get to the action here. This is mainly going to be a replay at the end anyway, so we're watching Mark Min. Let's move around a little bit. Everybody's running about 4 watts to a kilogram, settling in quick, knowing that this is going to be high speeds, going through the rollers right now. And let's see who's up here. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, there's Ragan right there. Ragan. Rhymes with Sagan. Big powerhouse for the Bees. Got to watch him. And there's Sellers right there. Another fast rider. So Lapine is here. Riddle. Big group, fast guys. So this is going to be neat to watch till the end. Pretty excited to see this. And go here. And we're just watching the race right now. We're going right here. We're still on the Bicycle Attorney. Looking from his view in the middle of the pack. We'll look from the top here and see what we get. I see Reagan inside the middle there. and I'm gonna mispronounce everybody's name. Um, and let's see here. He's just hanging. He's doing what he does. See some attacks from him coming up is what I see. At least that's how he likes to play the game with us. The last few weeks have been riddled with attacks from Neil. Let's see here. We're live now. We're watching. Okay, here we go. And I want to share Facebook. Here we go. Facebook. We're gonna get up here. Let's see what we got. So right now, let's look. 27th place. We've already got people falling off the back. 2 seconds right now. We got a group of about 5 riders back here. M. Collins, Green is back here. The pace is really high, 30 miles per hour, 4.7 watts to a kilogram by Sellers and Chan, and it's getting spread apart. These guys are going to have to catch on to the front group. They're already spending a lot of watts trying to get back up to the front here. Look at 7.2 watts a kilogram there for a second, and now we're back to the front group. Let's see how many guys are in this front group here. So Guzman's up there. He's streaming 4 things going on. He's actually streaming the CVR World Cup live video feed, it looks like. It looks pretty cool on Facebook. So, great job there. We give some of these guys here a ride on. All the guys I'm used to racing with. And where's Sellers there? Yeah. There's a lot of movement. It's hard to really capture the people. There's Rick Barbara right there. He is actually someone I actually crossed paths with in real life racing. Fast guy. It's a lot of fun to actually be able to race virtual and on here as well. So I gave out some ride-ons there. There's Guzman. He's moving stuff around on CVR on his video feed. And let's see here. I am not that technologically advanced, so I have all I can do to get this out there the way I want to. I want to share this. CVR. Share. Nope. Terrible time. Anyway, we'll get it. At least it'll be out there for everybody to view, which was the whole point. So anyway, back to the race in action. 14th, Frechette and Mark Min kind of sitting in. Mark Min there. Haven't given him a thumbs up. He is, maybe I have. Anyway, sitting right here in the middle of the pack. Good place to be. Conserving 250 watts, 4.5 watts to a kilogram, 4 watts to a kilogram. Mark's really fast and knows what he's doing. He is always at the front at the end. I don't want to jinx him too much, but looks like we have about, at this time, I want to say 23 riders. 23 riders on the front group. And then you have a pack behind that's about 18 seconds back. They're all strung out. The best thing that they can do is get together. Obviously, they all know this. I'm not telling anybody anything new. And get out there and push and work together and get back onto the lead group. It's definitely the hardest thing that you can probably do, because right now they're running in the 3 watt to the kilogram range, so they're thinking about their points right now, but it's early, so but no one wants to bury themselves for everybody else, so it's kind of hard to do, to think of like that, and you just might not have it. So but they're about 30 seconds behind now, and this group here is way bigger, and they are moving. So 30 miles an hour, as you can see there. Another guy is falling off that front group. Nope, that's one that just fell through that front group. But if you look back here, 32 seconds, and these guys are going 25 miles per hour around the same area, and Guzman is still up there. Just saw his name. And who else? Ward, Riddle, Sellers, all these guys are always up at the front. I was really looking forward. I did not know that it was going to be London Classic this week. I got hurt last Thursday, and then when I found out that this was the course, I was bummed, because this is the course I love. It's the one I actually do well in the E-Crit series when I was in it. So what can you say? It is what it is, and share to a page. That's what I want to do. Alright, whatever. Put that on there. I'm doing 2 things at once. So the strongman has been Frechette. Frechette has been winning and just really just dominating the B bracket in this category. Zone G is really tough. Lots of fast guys in this category, in this region, who are racing at this time slot, and man, it is definitely hard. With Mark Min and all these guys here, it's insane how fast everybody is every week in and week out, and you have some real total climbers and total racers in there. And here we go up the hill for the first time, and you'll see everybody spending about 7-8 watts to a kilogram. Nobody's going crazy hard on this right now. There's a lot of laps left, and every lap that you do this is going to really take it out of you. If you're watching this and not knowing what's going on, the CVR World Cup, and these guys are racing for points. So what you're going to have is a lot of ands and ums from me, and some very colorful commentary, because that's what I do. I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit. We need to get back up here. And right now is almost a rest. Look, 2.6 watts to a kilogram. Some of these guys taking a breather. You got to save it for the end on this course, because getting away is almost impossible unless you pop enough people off of that main pack. And this pack is pretty good. Really fast guys, big power guys in here, with Rick and Neil in there, and some of these guys know exactly what to do. Some of them can power it up, and other ones are going to be Schumacher there. He's pretty fast. He's got some big power, so you got Sellers here. Everybody's about 200 watts. And then let's look at Rick. Rick's got some big power. Rick, 320 watts. Just hanging in there. He's got some huge watts. And then you got to know how to race these races for your weight, because if you're a little lighter, then you need to be conserving energy, or if you're just a pure sprinter, it's the same thing. You're trying to get as much as you can for the end. Ragan is, I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, let's just figure Sagan and Reagan. Neil is, he's pushing over 300 watts, and that's nothing for him. That's probably just tempo, running around 300 watts. Big power. He probably is the highest powered rider in this group as far as pure power. From what I know of Neil, and I raced him enough. I'm afraid I'd never have to race him in real life, because that would be terrible. Probably rip the legs right off somebody. And So he's sitting in right now. He's been very animated in the last 2 races, and this one looks like he's being kind of calm right now. So hopefully, I mean, different strategies. He might be playing a different game right now. It all depends. So there goes the first lap of the London course. We're 7.2 miles in. And we'll bring this up to just see what we got. 5 laps, London Classic. Okay. So, not much going on. Let's go back a little bit and see if we can not get too far lost here. Let's go back to the group behind and see how they're making out here. So we got a B here, the CVR watcher. So he's just chilling and seeing what's going on here. Guzman, no, Guzman is off the back. He fell off here. He's about a minute behind, and he's got the group behind him coming up about 3.3 watts a kilogram. Get back on my home feed. Did not see that happening to him. Where did Guzman go? Anyway, that's terrible. I want all you guys to be in the front group and battling for the win. And there's Green. See Green there. So it looks like Guzman is just hanging, and he's probably waiting for the group behind him. So let's get to this group behind him of these 6 guys who are working together right now. So Chang, the bicycle attorney, is there, and Jensen and E-Vision rider there. There's my buddy Green. He needs a ride on. Maybe he needs a little help there with a little ride on. And he's holding 250 watts there, 3.1 watts a kilogram. So really, now you're thinking points, you know. Sitting 23rd. So these guys here are, you know, in the top 20, it looks like. As far as this little thing, it might not be that. He might be a little further back right now, but you don't know who's going to fall off yet. Here to come. And Guzman's only 12 seconds up the road, so it looks like he's resting. He's going to get on with this group and see if they can't reel in more riders, because that's what ends up being your game plan now. Is you're going to reel in riders and make your group stronger or faster, or at least get yourself to the end, and then you can race it out with that secondary group. Because being in no man's land is really where it's not fun. So we'll go back here to Brown. T. Brown's back there. What's going on, Brown? He's hanging back here, 4 watts to a kilogram. And sometimes just that knockoff, that first few miles is so rough for 5 minutes. And if you've worked out, or if something has happened, and hey, that's pretty cool. On the Zwift mobile app here, it sees who I see, and if you've been working out for, you know, on a training plan or something through this, you can have a really rough night just dealing with this. So again, we are on here, and we got 2 watching CVR Worlds, and I hope you can hear me. I haven't really tested the sound quality now, so let's go through that and make sure I can hear my big mouth talking. Okay. Yeah. So there's that. Anyway, turn that music down. I don't know what that other music was. That was weird. So let me turn that off. Got CVR World Cup up here, and we are still alive. I'm just going to say idiotic things from here out. So I'm just going to keep an eye on the race and not even worry about it, and stop looking at that computer over there unless something goes wrong. It's just good to know that feed is on and up, and somehow it's gone back to myself on the live feed, but on this guy. So what's going on here? Should be streaming. And I think I have lost. Oh, this is another video. No. So let's just go here. Oh, I've lost my feed. Strange. Oh, it's got me. Oh no. So let's get out here now. Come on. Get me out here. Here we go. Let's see if I can get back around. Here's the A's. We're following the B's today, so let's get back out onto the race course where we belong. And I do not, and I'm sorry, I don't know any of the women's. There's Fowler back there. I'm here to follow the B's, man, woman, or child. It doesn't matter. Got to give Scotty Weiss a thumbs up, though. And let me keep on going with it here. So, get up here. Tybalt. See if I know anybody up here. I wonder if in the C's, my man Sean Smith is up here. We did a lot of racing together. I don't know. I don't see him right now. He might not be in this group. We're really just trying to find Chang. There's Chang. Here we are. We're working our way back up there. There's the bicycle attorney. Let's get back here. I'm sorry about that. We're just starting to get back into the action, and my feed goes back to where I was sitting. There's Guzman, Jensen, and all these guys. Their group is broken up into 3, 4, 5 off the front there. So hating it for those guys there. And oh man, there it goes again. So why is it jumping back to me? I don't want that. So we do not want that. So right now my feet, I worked perfect yesterday. I don't know why it's jumping back on me. There's Sellers. Sellers is all alone. So what's going on here? The racing is really confusing me right now. There's Lapine. So really it's broken up huge. There's Sean Smith right there. Speak of the devil. And my feed is going crazy right now. It's funny, like I'm trying to watch what's going on and it's really picking insane. It's going crazy right now. Let me take Swift Mobile Link off. Something is not right. The stream is working great, so that is the one thing. I'm not losing my feed. There's Jensen, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys are blinking in and out on my feed. Just wondering. Let's go ahead and just turn that off here and get rid of that and make some bandwidth up. I'm hoping it's not a bandwidth problem. It feels like I am losing everything here. It's like they got me logged out of the race is what's going on, and because I've sat immobile for too long, I can't pedal my bike, or I would just sit on and pedal and watch the race. But I cannot do that because I jacked my leg up. So now what we're seeing is I can only see. So here's Sellers. He is busting through. So Sellers is falling off, and here's the B group right here. So there's Barber. Sellers is back there. He's falling off. I cannot believe that. Reagan's up there, and he is. Oh man, I'm gonna mispronounce his name all night. Schumacher's up there. I'm hanging with Barbara right now. Rick is just hanging tight, 315 watts, and I'm afraid to touch anything on here, but we're going to go ahead with it and take a peek what everybody's doing. 3 watts to a kilogram. Everybody's kind of just chilling out. I'm glad we got the feed back, at least here, And what you have is just our lead group of bees. That's what we're concentrating on right now tonight. And this feed is on YouTube, if you stumbled across it. And this is the bee group. And what we got here. And I do need to get Restream. That way I can get this stuff on multiple things. I tried getting an all-cycle view, and the stream did not work. And I was kind of pressed for time to even try it the other way with just my name, so that didn't work at all. I had signed up today. So we're just going to do it through YouTube and post it and reshare it and rename it and try to get everybody out here to see what you guys are doing on Zwift and what we're up to with CVR World Cup. And right now for Shet, we're watching him. Strong fella. They're just hanging in there. We're going to look at this view here and just see how the pack dynamics are. I see some attacks, 5.2 watts to a kilogram. So we must be going, get ready to go down and up the hill. So that's what you do. You get the momentum going down this hill, especially if you're a big guy. So you see Reagan off the front there. Neil's off the front. And then you're going to punch up and over. And you have to do that for a big guy to get that speed up. It works just like in real life. And then the little guys, look what they're going to do. They're going to go to hit it hard, 8.0 watts to 8 watts to a kilogram. And you see some 7s, mid 7s, another 8 punching up over the top. And then you got to carry this speed over the top of this hill and around this corner. You don't let up that momentum. And this is where it's a great place to attack. And we'll watch Reagan. Here he's at 3 watts to a kilogram. He's not sweating it, and he's back on. But you see these guys right off the back here. You got Coleman, who's 5 seconds back, and it's a punch in the gut every time you go up and over that. That's where you want to be strong on this course, or actually you want to be smart on this course, is really right there, because if you can make it up, over, and around that corner, you've done the hard part. And right here, everybody's hurting, so you're gonna rest up a little bit, at least on these middle laps, to get ready for another punch. And some people who are a little stronger, they're gonna punch again sometimes, so you never know. Markman is still in there, Barbara is still in there, Neil's in there still, Schumacher's in there, so the big names are in there. Frechette should be around. There he is right there. So everything's good. Everybody's in there that I pretty much thought was going to be in there. We lost a couple of people that I didn't think, and that's Coleman. We lost him. He's hanging back. He's watching, and that's a terrible feeling to watch the group around the corner from you. Let's get back on our group. 15 seconds. He's in no man's land right now, and now you're just looking for somebody to pair up with and then hopefully make your group stronger. So these guys should only look at that. It looks like 2 separate groups. Oh, there's a group of D's over there in the same vicinity. And Lapine is there, Schumacher's there, so it's anybody's game. So I feel like I am talking out of what I think to be right, and what I think is this is Mark Min's course. This is going to be I figured your top 3 is going to be Mark Min, Frechette, and Reagan, Neil Reagan, who is, I think that's my top 3. That's my pick right now. I don't know, Schumacher's fast too. These guys are fast. Every one of you that are in this group right now, if I'm not talking about you, it's probably because I don't know you, and you're going to prove me wrong in this race. So we're at 14.1 miles, 29 minutes in. I have had nothing but technical issues, and I'm sorry for that, and I'm not commentating like a real commentator because I'm not Nathan, nowhere near like he is, and I don't have that set up, and that's fine. Again, I'm out with an injury, so I just feel like the bees, we owe it to the bees in the G zone. I can never find any video on it, so I'm going to put this up on YouTube and try to share the heck out of it so you guys can at least watch what you're doing on here. So I'm with F. Ryan right now from Draft, Team Draft. And let's get back here so we can see, there we go, see the group a little bit more. There we go. Every time I do that, that person goes to the front. There's Mark Min. He knows better to be on the front. He's falling back here near the back. There's Schumacher and Chan. So we're talking about 15 guys. It's hard to tell with this. So this is just my view. 15 guys left in the lead group. They have really shed off some people. We may lose a couple more on the next hill. It's hard to tell. I'm not going to call anybody out on that. Everybody looks pretty strong. If you look right here, 146 beats per minute for Chan, 200 watts. He's not working too hard. Let's see what Min has. Min's at 170 beats per minute and 240 watts. Let's look at Neil. Where's he? Missed him. He's moving too much. Hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Thought I had it. Anyway, 156 beats per minute, 246 watts. And here, let's see. Let's look at Frechette. 155 beats per minute, 250 watts. Just hanging around 3.0 watts to a kilogram, so he's rested pretty good. That's a lot of this. Like, you get into this zone here, and really you're breathing. You should be worried about getting your heart rate down a little bit. And man, I cannot get these people. I don't know how Nathan does it on these races. It's like an art form. There's Rick. Rick, 155 beats per minute, 280 watts. So he's pretty much in a rest zone right now. Oh, and look who's off the front. Neil, he's just punching him in the face. He's ripping it off the front right now. 6.6 watts to a kilogram, 5.6 watts to a kilogram, standing up, 520 watts. This is a legitimate attack right now. He's making me smile. I like it. He just ripped off the front 3-4 seconds, and now it looks like he's throttling back 171 beats per minute. He has been waiting to attack 15 miles in, and he is in time trial mode right now. A lot of watts, 3 seconds on the group. Here's a great shot of it right here. Him going by the group right there, 3 seconds back, 4.5 watts to a kilogram, up 250. He is slowing up. He's going to go ahead and let them reel him back in. He just wanted to give him a little punch because you might have 1 or 2 takers on this to see if they'll try to catch you. And really, they were going to let him fish out there. It's probably a smart move to go ahead and let it reel back like that. But, man, he is not afraid to give it a go. I like that kind of racing. I can't race that way. I just don't have it that many shots. I am a wheel sucker extraordinaire, and hopefully I'm clear enough for a sprint at the end. Hasn't worked out that well, but you know, everybody has their tactic. So there's Reagan on the back right now. He's going to go ahead and rest probably for a little bit. That was a huge attack. And there's Barbara, and here we go up the hill. Wow, up the hill. He's probably 6.8 watts to a kilogram, ripping it up the hill. 173 beats per minute, 625 watts. Going up the hill, trying to hang. I wonder if that's his real face right there, because he has got his head down, over 7 watts to a kilogram, and he's eased up 340 a little bit. Into looks like threshold area and punch back up and over. He is in the lead group. He's fine. And all these guys, let's see here. Let's get back here for Shet. Let's see if we lost anybody. Lucas is back there. Ward is back there. And who is that? What we got here? We got a mix of riders. Riddle is right there. And phase 20 some seconds back. So it looks like right now Riddle 2 seconds. He's right there. So these guys are right there. The group stayed together pretty good on that punch. They didn't fall for Neal's attack too hard, and they saved themselves for that uphill. It was a good strategy, though. Coming around to the 1K marker to the finish line. I have no idea how many laps are left, and I wish I had saved this the right way. So... what can we do here? We have to get this right. I don't know how you guys do some of this stuff. Anyway, I'm not gonna mess with it. So I'm on Barber right now. He's 300, 200. He's right in like tempo zone right now. Everybody's kind of getting it back. 164 beats per minute is looking Mark Min. 178 beats per minute. So he put in a pretty big dig to get up and over, and now he's just hanging in there. 4.5 watts to a kilogram. Got himself buried in the pack. It looks like near the And let's look at Schumacher. 167 beats per minute. 180 some watts. So he's really resting. This part of the course seems like the place to rest. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to attack on the downhill. Lapine, that guy is fast. That's right. I'm sorry, I did not even bring him up at all. He is super fast. I hope I'm saying his name right, but again, there's nothing I can do about that. And let's go cycle. Boom. And to the live stream. Yes, I'm live, folks. There it is. And it's not it. We can go here. And live now. One watching. That's me. 3 views on the last one. So hopefully we get some more on here. Don't want to edit my video. I'd like for it to be in chats. That's okay. We're still on Rex. Rex Schumacher. Sorry, I don't know his first name. So let's get in here and see what Barbara's feeling here. He's 157 beats per minute. He's rested pretty good, or fair. I mean, it all depends what your max heart rate is, but I think Rick's doing okay. And let's see Schumacher. Let's see what we need. Oh, Lapine. Let's look at Lapine. Let's give him a ride on. Dude's fast. And he's sitting in there pretty good. 3.8 watts per kilogram. And he is punching out of the corner. 550 watts, 400, and falling back down to 200. And really, sometimes that works. It's like to keep your spot. If you want to be in a certain spot in that group, you can kind of accelerate out of that corner. And you'll notice sometimes you keep your wattage the same, go through the corner, you'll fall back. So you can do that as well. This guy's really fast. 174 beats per minute. Mark Min, he's still here, moving around in the pack. Let's see what Mark's up to. Mark's 168 beats, so he's falling down about 15 beats per minute. So he seems like he's back down to what would be, I guess, normal heart rate. And let's see, back to Rick. These are the guys I know. Frechette. Okay, so let's look at him. He's 158 beats per minute, hanging in there, 250. Probably want to watch him at the end. It's going to be a drag race at the end here. And I feel like 18.5 miles, 38 minutes into this race. Let's see. We're coming around the corner here, and really, it's a duck shoot. I feel like this is really the last lap. I'm thinking 5 laps. That lead in messes me up. Really, there's Lucas there on the front. Lapine's behind him, and Who else is in this mix here? Schumacher. There's Barbara again. Excuse me. And Charles. F. Ryan's in here. Ryan from draft. Chan's in here. I still feel like I didn't say Lapine earlier. I said Frechette, Min, and Reagan. Man, I just hate to. I'd hate to be that guy who I have to give Pete Custer a little bit of. Give him one. We raced together for a little bit. He is an A, and he got jumped up there, so I just want to go ahead and throw some kudos out. Let's see here to the people I kind of know or racing around in my area. We're getting back up here to Mark Min. He's up near the front and just hanging out. Neil's up there with him, and everybody's getting ready to climb this hill one more time. Downhill. So again, this is where I would like to pick up some steam. You're going in at 30 miles an hour like this. I would be actually attacking that first little hill a little bit to get that 32 miles per hour, to get that roll off the front. That way I can stand up and punch it over the top. Look at these guys, 11.3 watts to a kilogram. You should, 13 watts to a kilogram. Good Lord, easy people. They're punching it in their faces because this is their shot. This is their shot right now to break free and get rid of any potential big sprinters or anything like that. I mean, 13 watts to a kilogram is a sprint. So look at these guys coming through this area right here, stretching it out. Mark Min right on the front. Neil is still there. Man, it's got huge power. And look at this, 400 watts here from Charles. Let's see what here. Barbara. 200, so he's just let off the gas. 2.3 watts per kilogram. Frechette. I got Reagan there, and he's laying in there 430 watts, just hanging 4.7 watts to a kilogram, 430 watts. Backing off a little bit, 350, 370. Just keeping the speed up. The speed is 30 miles per hour, making the U-turn, coming up to the 1K banner. It's so much fun to watch this stuff, and you just making it look easy. So here they go down into the 1K, and you see it getting stretched out a little bit. You got a couple guys hanging back there just a little bit. You got to watch that, and you get that gap, and next thing you know, you're by yourself. You don't want that. You want to be up here with these guys. It hurts a little bit, but in the end, you'll actually get the rest that you want instead of time trialing forever, or what seems like forever. And here these guys go. You can see some guys are letting off. Other guys are going forward through it, looking for the position that they want. Neil just hit 500 watts. He's punching it. So here they go into the corner. They are ripping around here. 5 watts to a kilogram. Now you're going to see who's got it left in the legs. Here they go. Down through the straight. 6 watts to a kilogram. We're coming into the finish here. This has to be the last lap, last sprint into the finish. These guys are rolling. What are they going to do? 5.5 watts to a kilogram. You'll see some 9s. Here they go. They're sprinting now. It's a long drag race, and this is where you want to be in good position, but you can easily slip away from some people. 10, 13 watts to a kilogram, 14 watts to a kilogram, falling back down. Who's off the front here? Mark Min on the front, rolling through. There's a lot of other people in the way. I can't really tell who's where. So it looks like Min. Oh, man, what a mess. Oh, man, come on. No. I was right there with him and it moved. They're done. They wiped it. Ah, okay, so, yep. So let's go through. Let's see who's left. There's S-Pen here. We need to get up here to find where Green and all these guys are. So they literally finished a race and they disappeared off the map. It looked like Min got it to me. And let's see if we can bring up Zwift Power Live and just see where everybody's at and give you like a little confirmation of who's where. And let's see here. Boom. And let's go to, I gotta sign in, don't I? And while that's coming up, get over here and live. Well, for the A's, looks like Scotty Weiss got it again. And Pure Facati's not even in it. Wow. Right now the B's, Mark Mann, Ryan Corliss, Farron Ryan, and Neil Reagan is there. He got 4th, it looks like, right now. That's not even a B. Oh, that's just the way it is. These little guys are messing me up here. And then Ward and Frechette, and Rick Barbara, and Lapine. Wow. Schumacher. So it was a tight group here. What we're looking at right now is 239. So really within 2 seconds you have, or 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 guys that were in 3 seconds of each other at the finish. So it was anybody's game at the end. Huge watts. Let's see here. Reagan, 373 watts. Craziness, 4 watts per kilogram, 91.6 kilograms. He is the same. We're the same weight, and he has got some crazy power, and looks like 4th place to me. And man, just insane. These guys with their power. Yeah, 4.4 in the B's. Awesome job. Mark Mann did the job. 4.3 watts per kilogram, 282 average watts. Or average or normalized, I can't really see average. So we got people finishing left and right now, and I am on a C Rider Richards. Let's get back up here to a B. There's Guzman. We found Guzman. So we're rolling in with Guzman. He's getting ready to finish. Looks like he's had a long night. He's just cruising, 2.2 watts to a kilogram, just trying to get to the end. Don't blame him. Sometimes, like, if there's nobody around you, what's the use of spending any more? There's Sean Smith, JB's. He's ready to finish. He's hitting the 1K banner, and looks like they got broke up real big. And so here's Guzman right here. He is coming into the finishing stretch right now. Sellers actually right now just finished. Let's see here. They're back there. And Guzman is coming up to the line. Gonna follow him through. He just friended me on Facebook, so I'm hoping I was hoping for him having a great night, and hope I didn't jinx him. But I have fun racing these guys week in and week out. Sometimes this isn't your course. It's not. So, let's get up here, and that looks like the end of me, guys. Guzman is done. So with that, I am going to say good night. It's Cycle 61 on YouTube. If you find this on Facebook or wherever, that's my channel, and I'll go ahead and try to share this as much as possible so you can see yourself on the interwebs, your race, and hopefully I caught some of it. It ain't the greatest. I'm trying. I'm down for a week or two, maybe more, maybe less. I'm not really sure, but hopefully I'll be back in there in the mix with everybody and can get those last 2 races I need. So it looks like I'm going to skip these 2 weeks. They're going to be my 2 weeks, and looks like they're both going to be flat races, and I'll be back on a hill where I'm going to be no good, and probably down some watts, so, and up some weight. So anyway, I hope you all have a good night, and I'm out.